gas entry.
Oh no, I changed it. This is it. This is the point of no return. We're going to pull the engine, the transmission, the fuel tank, the exhaust, and if you remember, we're putting a BMW Z3 rear suspension in this car, so we're also going to remove the rear axle.
And now, without further ado,
let's pull the engine. It looks like we're going to drain the fuel tank first. So when you're draining the fuel tank, make sure you got a fire extinguisher nearby. Make sure you're not going to have any spills. Probably use some protective like gloves and things like that, just like my dad's not doing here.
Hey, bud, let's go to Brian's house and, like, burn it down.
The next question is, what do you do with all that bad gas? Probably the first thing you do is, spill it on your pants and on your shoes, right? I went ahead and put it in my motorhome. I've already got 40 some odd gallons of gas in the motorhome. I can put 2 gallons of bad gas on top of that, and it's not really going to be a problem. You don't want to put it in any kind of regular car. It's not good for the engine. You don't want to put it in your lawnmower. It gums up the carburetor. You spend an hour mowing the lawn, but not until you've spent an hour cleaning up the carburetor again. I really don't know what else you'd want to do with this stuff. You need to dilute it a lot if you're going to burn it through any type of a combustion engine. At the same time, you don't want to waste gas because the price is higher than a dude at a Weezer concert. Now that we've drained all the gas, let's go ahead and pull the engine. No, we're going to go ahead and pull the gas tank first. Cool thing about the Mustang gas tank, it unbolts from the top and lifts out through the trunk, and there's a little cardboard partition between the trunk and the back seat area, so if you get rear-ended, it's probably going to shove the fuel tank, the whole darn thing, like right into the back seat area. Probably not the best, but it makes it really easy to remove. Out of all my fuel-soaked clothes and figured we could grill some strip steak and have some mashed potatoes, but I was all out of all of those, so we ordered pizza. After lunch, Dad and I kept working our way forward. Well, Dad kept working his way forward. I did a lot of supervising. One thing that I like to do when going through the disassembly process is make sure that I've got every single hose labeled. Every single wire labeled. This way, when you're putting things back together, there's no question where it goes. Here's an example on a Miata engine, not on this particular build, but everything gets labeled. Even if it's something that you can't label very easily, like the posts on the back of an alternator, take a picture so that you've got some kind of record and you know where that wire went originally. I might not use these wires in this build, but I want to know where it went originally just in case I do. It's a technique that works great, unless you have a British car. I have no idea how it is that every time you take a British car apart and put it back together, all the wires need to go somewhere new, but I kid you not. The wires don't go back where they came from. Lucas Electronics are absolutely magical. Let's actually start removing bolts from the engine and transmission now. I like how there are so many different bolts in this thing. I think there are 2 different bolts for the motor mounts. There are 2 different bolts for the transmission mount. Like 3 different bolts for the filler neck. The thing's 60 years old. I think the whole thing's been taken apart at least twice. It's just one of those things that makes working on old cars kind of fun. Continue to drain fluids before you actually remove the transmission or remove the motor. You can see here we're pulling the pan off the bottom of the transmission. I don't quite have all of those screws lined up perfectly straight. I can do that better next time.
Where are they? I think they're talking about us.
So the fuel tank is empty. I've drained the transmission, drained all the engine oil. It's time to actually pull the engine. So here we go. Yeah, just kidding. I actually forgot to shoot any footage of the engine getting pulled. So here's the engine out. And here's the guy that's going to buy it from me. This is Ruben. Ruben's a smart guy. He drives a Toyota pickup truck instead of a Ford motorhome. And Ruben's doing a V8 conversion on a straight 6 Mustang. So fun stuff. And then the last thing I promised was footage of the rear axle coming out, which I also didn't get. But here's a picture of the rear axle out. ish. So anyway, that'll have to be it. In the next video, we'll start modifying the BMW Z3 rear suspension to fit in the back of the Mustang and see how that's all going to fit up. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.